This week in ChaosCraft, can they learn to craft crafting tables? Yeah, they figured out how to craft these things. That worked. Hey, welcome to another episode of ChaosCraft. I'm your host, Matt, with Schematical. And like I said in that goofy intro, we are teaching them how to craft. So Friday on the live stream, a bunch of you guys said, hey, we want to see these things craft stuff. And it took a little while, but we got it. Now, before I get too much into that, if you guys like neural networks and gaming AI, machine learning type stuff, and my crazy experiments, smash that subscribe button. Also, if you have any suggestions for experiments, leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. So we started out with crafting, of course, crafting table, item crafted, you get 200 points. Our basic explore, which gives them more life for touching 15 blocks, up to 15 blocks. Targeting wood, just give them 2 points just to get them pointed in the right direction using the new targeting system. If you're curious about that, see my previous videos on it. Digging wood, accomplishing that gets them 10 and 15 extra seconds of life. Placing a table, got them 1,000 points. So that's when they really can score. And crafting oak planks got them 20, but I don't think anybody actually did. I also made 2 large improvements in this last week. 1, I gave them a secondary target slot, and 2, I gave them the ability to walk one direction facing towards the target and look at a separate direction. So they can use target A to walk towards while looking at target B. This allows them a little more flexibility in their navigation system. Here are a few of the highlights from the live stream. I just took a vote. And we could have kept running with what we were doing before for the targeting stuff, but they wanted to switch over to crafting. So we're going to find out on the fly during a live stream if these guys can craft. And they could before I upgraded to version 1.15. But now I am less certain of it. So we'll find out. This guy's targeted oak planks, but he seems to be walking backwards, which is quite pointless. Okay, so let's double check this thing and make sure they got the right neurons. Face, target output, 2 face target outputs, which is good because they have 2 target slots. So that should work. Look at target output and look at target output. Okay, so we've got the outputs that they need to track. So let's hop in to start observing. Basically, they don't really have a ton of options. They can look at target 1 while facing target 2, or look at target, they basically look at target 1 and face target 1. So there's only a couple of options there. But they have to pick a target first, which takes a minute. But they'll get rewarded sufficiently for picking wood. Nope, someone targeted wood. All right, so we're off to the races. Got 2 points for targeting wood. That's a wild beast. And he is targeted void air as well. Now, the second targeting neuron. Wait, what the? Super Jerry? What'd you do to my head? What is that? Oh my god. Let's find out what he's learned. Target candidate count, target candidate pitch. These are all things. Event. Ooh, he learned event, which I don't think is actually in usage, so I should definitely take that out of the sim model. I can't even see what some of these are. Yeah, I need to work on the UI for this. Anybody who wants to help me with that, I would love it. I think this is probably has equipped. These are target candidate input still, and these are middle neurons. Now, people point this out to me all the time, that these middle neurons, they look like they only have a single layer. That is not accurate. That's just this GUI. It's not great. So you can see here, they're not single layer neurons. You see that there's multiple layers. Look at that. Okay, this guy's targeting air. Look at that. So now we're seeing more intelligent behavior with targeting. He's targeted planks. You look at, that's the power of these new neurons. I just have to remember to add them in when we transfer from one room to another. Okay, so look at that. Now let's look at that score of 2 because he targeted wood. We're gonna start seeing some action here. Now this guy targeted dirt. This guy's targeted oak planks. That's good. Sooner or later, one will actually walk towards oak planks and face oak planks while it's mining oak planks, and that should be useful. And they're all walking in weird directions now. That's what I get for letting them select air. Okay, we got 5 species. No, 5 species that have figured out to target wood, and no one's figured out to dig it yet. But these guys have a pretty good average. I'm still a unicorn. I don't even know how you did that, but that's awesome. You made me a unicorn with magic. Why does your guy look like you're dead? What is going on here? This is not how science works. Darn it. Oh, come on. Okay, good. They're spawning. I thought for a second they weren't spawning. You notice them all walking backwards. This is how science works when you have to wait. Yeah, that guy's targeting it and then he's walking away from it. Not the smartest move. But I'm wondering the added complexity of having one thing to walk towards and one thing to walk away from is messing with these guys. Every time I add complexity, it gives them more options of things to do, but it makes it so that it takes longer to learn. Okay, so that guy's clearly looking at the oak planks very effectively, keeping it right in the center, but he's walking towards void air. But if he was smart, he'd walk towards the planks, look at the planks, and dig the darn planks. Okay, so you see right there, his head dropped down. That was him switching to the closer oak planks. Why is everybody walking backwards? Is that guy walking forward? Yeah, this guy's walking forwards. Yeah, these guys are all walking forwards. Yeah, that guy just walked into Super Jerry. Super Jerry might have killed him. Devious maniac. I have been meaning to add one extra neuron actually, so they could use the target score as an input. Because right now they're unaware of what the target score is. They just take the highest target. But if the highest target score is negative 0.9, and that should be a big difference from if it's 1 or 100. Okay, I'm going to check out what's in this thing. There is actually a squid inside of this thing. A squid in the squid. Boy. God, I don't know how we got cursed with all these backwards walking guys. There's a couple forward walking guys, and when they get the right setup, they're gonna be just ruling this thing. They're targeting just fine, but they're walking away from the targets. I just want to kill every species that just walks backwards. Well, that's interesting. That guy was walking backwards, then he started jumping. So this guy over here started jumping, stopped jumping. I wonder what's tied to his jump neuron. His jump output is target distance input and target pitch input. So I'm guessing he had this thing targeted. Doesn't make any sense. It'd be better if you were digging, but whatever. What's this? You guys hiding wood under here? There's nobody under there. They must have managed to glitch some wood down there. Oh, we've even got more wood. And more. Wow. So they're trying to target wood that's down there because other earlier generations hid wood down there. Interesting how life finds a way. I don't think things are getting added into the inventory. So we've basically got two inventories going on right now. Okay, so that's good. Set held item. I don't know if it's syncing back and forth. That's something I might have to work on. Set item in slot. Let's see, new item stack. Items dot oak planks. We're gonna give them 12. I got enough to craft 3, whatever. So now that should be good when we go to run a test. Why is this so laggy? Oh, these guys are holding crafting benches over there. They are holding it, but I'm so laggy I can't. I think they must be crafting like crazy. Now, so we definitely started some type of fire there. You know what? I bet they're throwing and picking up oak planks like mad men. But yeah, picked up crafting table. They managed to build crafting tables right there. We may have just totally destroyed the game. So what most likely happened is that they just tossed stacks on stacks on stacks, basically, of those. Yeah, it's got some. Oh, we gotta get this. So, yeah, they figured out how to craft these things. Look at that. That worked, and place them. So we're gonna have to do a hard reset though, because this is just gonna be goofy now. So I removed that hard-coded, just have the oak blocks in your inventory. So they actually had to go and find these things. But now they are crafting and placing blocks. I didn't catch this one personally, but they're doing it. Oh yeah, they got some over here too. Not as many, but a few. Oh, they're starting to group them up. Yeah, they're getting pretty good at this. Let's take a closer look and zoom in and see what those neurons look like. Yeah, I got a couple things targeted. The bias. Oh yeah, the bias will do it. And the target pitch input, which really isn't that big a difference. So in the end, the experiment was a success. They were able to place consistently crafting tables. If you want to see that, check out the live stream for next week. And of course, like, share, subscribe. And if you're really into this stuff, check me out on Patreon. The link is in the show notes. Special thanks to all our Patreons. Also, if you've got an idea for a simulation you'd like to see, please leave a comment. I'm always curious to see what you guys got to say. So until next time, thanks. I'm Matt with Schematical, and this is ChaosCraft. You went to adventure mode? Where are you? You trying to see if these things will kill you? Yep, you're just running around there seeing if they're going to attack you. Don't make them hungry for blood. I mean, they will. I haven't told them not to target people yet. Don't. Okay, now you're screwing. You're giving him a sword. He's just going to rule the world now. Oh, no, he just fell over dead. And the sword's gone.